Are you struggling to pay your property tax online in Montgomery County? Well, don't worry, because we've totally got you covered. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into the hidden complexities of housing affordability, and we're going to navigate the surprisingly chaotic world of local government. You might think paying a bill online is just a simple click of a button, right? But as you'll see, it is actually a fascinating, complex labyrinth. To really unravel this property tax puzzle, we have to start by anchoring our discussion on the universal goal of homeownership. Check out this powerful Homes for All mission statement from Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. To ensure that everyone who lives, works, learns, and invests in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania has equal opportunity to live in an affordable home and a thriving community. It's a beautiful vision, right? The ultimate American dream. But as we all know, getting the keys to that affordable home, well, that's literally just step one. Section 1, the cost of homeownership. Before we can even talk about the taxes that keep a roof over your head, we really need to look at what it takes to actually buy a home in today's market, using some incredibly eye-opening baseline data from Montgomery County, PA. Just look at this single, pretty daunting number, $310,000. That was the median sales price there back in 2019. And man, the trend lines leading up to that were steep. Between 2012 and 2017 alone, housing costs shot up by 11.8%. To put that into perspective for you, general inflation during that same time was only 4.3%. So the cost of buying a home was just totally blowing past general economic inflation, placing a massive, massive burden on new buyers and longtime residents alike. And this brilliantly illustrates a huge part of the challenge. We're looking at a clear contrast here. Newer, diverse housing developments right next to your classic, traditional, single-family suburban homes. Our data shows how generational shifts mean modern, non-traditional households, like single parents, multi-generational families, or roommates, need different, more flexible options. But thanks to those crazy market pressures we just talked about, a lot of folks are struggling to afford the traditional models, pushing them to hunt for varied housing types across different municipalities just to find something that actually fits their budget. Okay, Section 2, a tale of many Montgomerys. Now here's where our story takes a major pivot. Let's say you survived that wild housing market. You sign the papers, get the keys, and boom, dream achieved. Congratulations. But now you enter the highly confusing, sometimes totally punishing labyrinth of property taxes. Because keeping that home, that requires mastering an incredibly localized bureaucratic system. Imagine it's tax season. You sit down at your laptop, coffee in hand, ready to be a responsible homeowner. You open your browser and search Montgomery County property tax, pay online. Seems like a piece of cake, right? But wait, what does this actually mean? Which Montgomery County are you actually looking for? Believe it or not, this innocent little search is a massive pitfall for so many homeowners. Because guess what? There isn't just one. Our data highlights Montgomery counties in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio, Texas, and Georgia. They all share one name, but they operate under wildly different laws, structures, and websites. If you aren't paying super close attention, a simple Google search could literally lead you to create an account and try to pay the wrong state entirely. And trust me, the government in Ohio absolutely cannot clear your tax bill in Maryland. Moving right along to Section 3, centralized versus decentralized taxes. Let's see how this all builds up. Because local tax collection varies drastically depending on which of those Montgomery counties you actually live in. Understanding your system's architecture is step 1 for your online payment journey. Let's walk through this super revealing comparison. Take a look at Maryland and Ohio. They use a centralized county model. In Maryland, you pay the Department of Finance. In Ohio, it's the county treasurer. Simple enough, right? Texas has a central appraisal district with a unified tax office. But then look at Pennsylvania. Oh boy. Pennsylvania operates a highly decentralized system, splitting property tax collection across 62 individual, totally independent municipal taxing districts. There is absolutely no single county portal to pay all your bills there. To drill down into just how messy a decentralized system can get, check out Pennsylvania's overlapping jurisdictions. As a single homeowner in Montgomery County, PA, you don't just get one convenient bill. Nope. You get multiple distinct tax bills from overlapping locally elected jurisdictions. You owe the county government, you owe your local township or borough, and you owe the local school district. Each entity sets its own rates, has its own billing schedule, and usually its own elected tax collector. And this brings us to the core friction point. On one hand, we have these massive national housing trends, rising costs, changing demographics, the huge need for affordable housing. But on the other hand, the funding and regulation are totally bogged down in fragmented, hyperlocal systems. It requires immense local coordination. For you, the homeowner, it means you have to be highly organized just to make sure your hard-earned tax dollars actually make it to the right local office. Which brings us to Section 4, the price of being late. The absolute most crucial takeaway here is understanding the severe financial consequences of messing up these specific local rules. Because if you get tripped up by a confusing portal or miss a deadline waiting for the wrong bill in the mail, the penalties are incredibly unforgiving. Take Montgomery County, Ohio, for example. If you miss your property tax deadline, state law mandates an immediate statutory 10% penalty on the unpaid balance. 10%! And that kicks in the very next day. There is absolutely zero grace period. A simple mistake online or a glitchy payment transaction could instantly add hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to your housing costs. No way you want to deal with that. And the rules around what actually counts as an on-time payment just as wildly varied. Look at the stark contrast between Montgomery County, Maryland's super strict policy and what most of us consider standard. A lot of places accept a postmark date, like if you mail it by the due date, you're golden. Not in Maryland. Maryland explicitly does not honor postmarks. Plus, your tax liability isn't cleared until the physical funds literally clear the county's bank account. So if you pay via e-check online right on deadline day and it takes 72 hours for your bank to process, you're officially late. Now let's talk troubleshooting and common issues. Because every online portal has its own unique bureaucratic quirks. In Maryland's real property tax portal, if you type your street suffix, words like street, avenue, or road, the system will actually throw an error and you won't be able to find your bill. You have to type just 123 Main. Crazy, right? Also, watch out for system downtimes. Maryland shuts down its entire payment system for maintenance every Saturday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Knowing these little software quirks is an absolute game changer for a smooth payment process. All right, Section 5, navigating local government rules. Let's get down to business and discuss exactly how you can proactively protect your property, set yourself up for success, and avoid these absolute administrative nightmares. Here is your step-by-step preparation checklist. Step 1, always verify you are on the exact state and county portal. Seriously, double-check that URL. And have your property ID or tax bill ready to go. Step 2, check for overlapping jurisdictions. Are you in a centralized state or a decentralized one like Pennsylvania, where you've got to track down 3 separate bills? Step 3, we highly recommend signing up for automated property fraud alerts. A lot of counties offer these to monitor your deeds and liens. Oh, and always, always save those payment confirmation receipts digitally for your records. Also, as you're reviewing those bills online, you're definitely going to see the term millage rate. It's vital to understand how these local jurisdictions are calculating your bill. Basically, 1 mill represents exactly $1 of tax liability for every $1,000 of your home's assessed property value. So when the county, the school district, and the township all tweak their millage rates, that directly calculates the final dollar amount staring back at you on your checkout screen. To sum up what we've covered today, achieving the dream of homeownership, like that Homes for All initiative highlighted, is a massive, wonderful milestone. But the work doesn't stop once you move in. The local in local government means hyper-specific rules, varied collection portals, and strict penalties. Mastering your specific local tax bureaucracy is absolutely essential to protecting your finances and keeping that home. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. Are you absolutely certain you know the exact tax rules, the portal maintenance schedules, and the overlapping jurisdictions for your specific property? Or could you be the next victim of a bureaucratic mix-up? Take a moment this week to investigate your own local tax laws so you aren't caught off guard. Please remember, the info provided in this explainer is strictly for educational purposes, and you should always verify specific details and payment methods directly with your official county resources. Thanks so much for exploring with us, and we'll see you in the next explainer.